on also bomb semema players. Emma free stadium, eco feel with something positive, with a great memory, you know. It looks like both matches in Amai. The video for Hansi go no say and how he scored the goal, you see, you know. We will be our coach now. We will be out on TV a chimpo share ball now. What do you need to be coffee because football, which is meant to entertain a fans. Now you are junior free. Be a cost to stress be our cost. These two Champions League matches, no, a befitty one major advantage of watching football. Now so to enra matches no mankasa. Now starting free Emirates. But when I catch you say, and I'm me be decide the match. No. I talked about the Madrid defense, which this season I have a problem. And so too, in an attempt to break down for listeners to understand, no, me catch them say Madrid in the 4-4-2 system with Mbappe and Vinicius, especially when they don't have the ball. But to Madrid in Kuta ball now, almost defensive unit in a 4-4-2. Now, almost set it up, Sana. The first weakness of this 4-4-2 without the ball defensive system near say Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Junior Mr. They don't press. I say your attackers be or without the ball, they press the defenders to block the passing options of who defender now person started the build up. But some run team you know Mr. They don't do that. And unfortunately, apart from some pressing, I'm on some form any form of blocks. So it is very easy to skip the first line of Real Madrid defense in Vinicius and Kylian Mbappe. So easy. And then I'm still to share ball now. Because you can count the number of times Vinicius and Mbappe press it high, creating what we call a turnover. Our Arsenal for final third. And the Arsenal players had the chance to start their build up with ease. Now the unfortunate thing and then Mr. Tome Kanye say with Luka Modric, all at the FN experience. Modric he's a controller, he calmed down the game. But so Kosia a midfielder, two of your players and contribute to the defense of the game instantly. Modric in terms of screening and protecting chances opponent in this case Arsenal be created against the defense. Mr. Two Modric intimate say Edgeman. And then now make us awesome. It's a hair born. Now you show the defensive structure of Madrid. Now to me say Tokyo them. So in as much as conversation may say Arsenal share 3 goals, 2 a free kick no. We forget that Arsenal are 11 shot on target and goalkeeper friend Courtois. We to omeki 8 saves our game no. And Madrid team na the 2 no. So checking ratings of players player and ratings score so far was Thibaut Courtois despite conceding 3 goals. That should tell you say the defensive organization of Real Madrid, you know, Arsenal for finding a way around it. It's a free kick, but they created chances. They had shot on target, and Courtois conceded 3 goals. Was even the hero of the day. But there were moments, Alaba a goal line clearance. Now at the same time, Courtois as well signed double saves in one attacking sequence. While the Madrid defense, they were not picking the second ball, they were not stopping the third ball, and even the first ball in that attacking sequence. So the Madrid defense, the defensive structure, completely off. Now, so to idea about question about Arsenal and run here, say, you boss Saka didn't want common years, but how the Arsenal midfield won the battle, Saka, Alaba, and Jude Bellingham, a factor. No two. And no game, no. Jude Bellingham had to support Alaba to create a 2 versus 1 against Bukayo Saka. It means that Jude Bellingham, the attacking threat, the midfield presence, but the central zone of the midfield, I'm so too, you know, and now because he needed to support Alaba, now Jumana Edin, Tianim Hono fashion, and that isolated Kamavinga and Luka Modric for Arsenal to have a 3 versus 2 in the central midfield. Now, so to Miguel Moreno, and now I catch it, say, Obaba number 9, no, but Unjina Faku. A do dear, Obaba can't Odigard who will feel I'm a Jumana Edin, Eddie Ama Club of Madrid, into so to and Radia. it looks like tactically the position of the players, the structure of the Real Madrid team, Arsenal completely defeated them. And Yababo Party Abaso, Yababo Declan Rice Abaso for that excellent free kicks to Obo and Ra. And to some extent, Madrid were even lucky with the scoreline nearby because it could have been more than that. Zaki Tabo Luis Kelly Abaso too, so I won't go into it that much. But then Ra also neutralize Rodrigo. I'm here who the attacking threat of Rodrigo. But so to check Madrid team now, it has been coming. Nebo Boba. They're not Obia. Obe taking advantage of his chances and the fine margins of the game. Sociedad scored 4. Valencia scored 2. And when you watch their game against Atletico Madrid, it was pure individual brilliance that saved Madrid. Madrid near Atletico. So check Rodrigo go now. Madrid for the ball right one almost switch call left. A pure individual brilliance or taking a chance to share first goal. So check Brahim Diaz go now to share against Atletico Madrid now. Diaz now dancing away through the Atletico Madrid defense to score a goal. But in terms of creating chances, putting enough pressure on Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid and Timmy Anya Sadiano in the 2 matches of the Atletico Madrid boy. So they've been dropping. And during the business end of the league, you expect Madrid to push, they've been dropping. And Arsenal and Ra punish from every angle. I'm so to over here. No, my idea. Yambo Arsenal Basopa. Now I'm so to Inter Milan, Bayern Munich. And right in a case buyer for us chances. But I'm so to the issue of character. SIA, you may be. And Ra, and we are doing Thomas Muller and a free bench by taker. No, so say or free buyer this season. No free buyer. Yes. Into a free buyer. So we don't know. What then? What 34 years. But to baby over from now. But so to experience what movements. And they were creating the chances on the buyer better at the moment. Now so to team ya me catch will say Inter and the buyer. Me who say Inter in free Germany with a defeat. I said it point blank because Masha Bayern Munich team na. Me to me who that experience no one. There is a problem with Harry Kane. He's a wonderful goal scorer. At least one of the best we've seen in this modern era. But to in big matches, Otaira. The story of Harry Kane. England finals or Makonina. But to you Harry Kane womb. The World Cup in 2018 he scored 6 goals. But it drew a Brumono. The goals were not coming. And this season he's been involved in 50 goals. 39 goals scored, 11 assists. But no night back one. Or we hear their number 9 to do the finishing. Mr. Oto, he was shooting blinds. Issue of character. And the Inter team, the man from Diagro. Coach Hansi, Inzaghi, were building Inter team no. From every angle, solid defense. Very difficult to score against them. So to show more against Manchester City. That time, that City in drop you. The ball 0-0 no. And after that game, and I'm for say there be Inzaghi say on your and people started paying key attention to the Inter Milan team. And then would they be able to complete the deal in Italy? So I believe so. Because the team no. Bayern Munich will have no other option than to attack them. And also the use of wing backs and the finishing of Lautaro Martinez in the penalty box presence will tell me the punish. Barcelona will beat Dortmund in today's game. I'm going for a straight win for Barcelona. Matching them. So to say a P over 2.5, somewhere around a 3-1 win for Barcelona, a 2-1 win for Barcelona. I will not be surprised. I don't see Dortmund say because any form of fear. Edit your Hansi Flick team no. But me to match back one. Ebe the pie PSG Aston Villa game no. Nobody should write Aston Villa off. Me too. Nobody should write them off. Born now PSG born. And then nipa back one me person me share so betimi aboa. Emiliano Martinez. But if he gets a good game, because he will be so instrumental about him. I see Aston Villa sitting back, and I see PSG creating numerous chances. So Emiliano Martinez to me koye the Alisson koye eni bina. Why hot chene better na near cancer for many hono. The experience of my ado or many hono. These are players that can decide games within a twinkle of an eye. I'm talking about Aston Villa anymore. And the more player, when you push more players up front, they will catch you on the break. And Rashford and Ashraf Hakimi will be an interesting battle. I'm to you. And to me, the game changer Emiliano Martinez. Okay. If Martinez in a bad game, a bad disaster. But if he can show up and the Aston Villa defense can master, remember, defensive masterclass, the combination of Italian football and the Spanish football now, una Emery Bono mutimi yes edwuma na. Oto why share na a sad story for coach. Ombo France. I'm focusing on the goalkeeper and the defensive arrangement of Aston Villa. Moto PSG will dominate. PSG will create more chances. And on the face value, it's supposed to be a simple win for PSG.
But it's not going to.
But the point is, if the defense, and my focus here, Emiliano Martinez, the Alisson Koye, so it's me here. PSG for now, who say sometimes they lose concentration where it's and to be so to the PSG matches are. Opponents are scoring. Opponents are scoring against PSG. Just the ultimate of 4. So PSG to concede. And now NC they concede pa. One goal, 2 goals, 1 goal. They are conceded. But the point normally relies on how you will prevent them from scoring. Liverpool prevent them from scoring. Our first league, you know. And have Elliott. Any one moment, one chance, Beshe. If Aston Villa can do that, which I believe they have the materials to do that, depending on how Una Emery born the ball. No?
That's it.
Thank
you.
Correct.
You.
And that's what they
say the second leg still.
Emfa.
I might say
Emfa. Emfa. Intimo more. Now, Madrid Zaki to my vida. Then. I know you are. And I do better 3-3. And I'm mad say 2 goals count. David. They advantage Real Madrid.
Nice still.
Arsenal ko semi-final. Nti Montumajunum. Enyi we are Madrid chitenia. Say need the confidence we enyi
one red card and the story will change.
Obed. Enyi na red card Real Madrid don't be. I see. Bibian we better Arsenal in the semi-final. Say boy na a boy. The boy who a boy. Now who's the team no better than scoreline return leg. So, but it's not this Real Madrid side. And no game na Real Obed. Bibian we say Real Madrid will 10 scoreline against Arsenal or Santiago Bernabeu. Yes, Bernabeu is the home of the Champions League. Home at Real Madrid that make a lot of history by turning some scoreline, putting some clubs in difficulties. And it's a man. But some young medic can say this season, a season, Bibia Chelsea Madrid Beko trophies. Omu win La Liga. Omu win Champions League. And they won't win the Copa del Rey. It's clearly 2024-2025 season, a trophyless season for Real Madrid. Maybe anywhere before. Maybe anywhere I'm to do. Ebema Real Madrid, any trophy this season. You're giving me a crabby. Na anopay yentimi ninkomo enyi Mikel Arteta ene Thomas Partey free conversation anymore. When him say the British media it's all about Declan Rice because Omar no and I will share 2 classic free kicks because stage near 1 opponent I want to boy 2 having the confidence to defeat the stage and opponent to there you need big players to do it. I can't say free kick in a net no. The first question you ask yourself, a Ronaldo be a Messi be na free kick ashana, but they Declan Rice. 1 Ateta. Those are her first half ni pa. Madrid had chance in the first half. Yeah. Mbappe. Yeah. Ningina a chance anka. You always expect to say Kylian Mbappe the ball never to net. And then the man Madrid had those chances no. And even around the 58th minute, a chance in the second half. This is how Arsenal approach the game no in the first half. Madrid as a club, their strength in the possessive football under Carlo Ancelotti. Their strength is their quick transition. Especially finding players too. Vini Junior and Kylian Mbappe. It's your coach. At the end about him, how do you acquire a first way defending against some players who too? Overcall man-to-man marking and also be defend this space. Man-to-man marking is say Bobo na Kylian Mbappe ni nejina ho. Ye Bobo na Vinicius Junior ni nejina ho. Space ne dey space ni say. Born ye ba e tokro bi ne de bo ni wam. Sa tokro na ye de bo ne ko fam na Mbappe di betu mrika no. Sa space na ba ye wa so ko defend. It will show Arsenal in the first half. O man ko man-to-man marking. Especially Saliba and Kylian Mbappe. Or Ateta Momoko defending space. It's clearly in the first half between the two sides. Moments be where Arsenal threaten Madrid. Dangerous areas like the 6-year boss, even the 18-year boss, with some few crosses from Bukayo Saka. But Ushe Ekwana Madrid taking advantage of Arsenal defenders, especially their centre back Saliba. Poor defending, I will locate spaces no, and Madrid taking advantage of it. Then you first half, Madrid and share. Arsenal to continue more. Raya, I a good save from Kylian Mbappe in the second half. And Ateta done in sa. A quaben or done in sa. After the young man-to-man marking. Saliba ni Mbappe ni, Timber ni Vinicius Junior ni. The moment I best stop these players no, so who stop Vinicius? Now stop Kylian Mbappe. You will be a friend Jude Bellingham. You will be a friend Luka Modric, and you will be a friend Kamavinga. Because some players seems to come master me. Or more rely on the service of their midfielders. Jude Bellingham, Modric. It's where in the second half, anytime be a Modric beige ball and now Jude Bellingham beige ball no, Arsenal doesn't press them. But Omo make sure say they will take Vini and Kylian Mbappe out of the one hour day bano. Bellingham nye Ronaldinho, Bellingham nye Messi. No aka say Oba be take Arsenal defense ni nyina off. No aka bobo dia to net. Ono wajibo a odan ne ho ba ko mienu miensa. O hwe se Mbappe betu mika, ana Vinicius betu mika, no pass board dia momo. And Modric so to send ne nwa yemre. And this is first Modric no. This was a decision of a coach. Oko game numa no washe Madrid team no. Say you could defend this space and second half you come man-to-man marking. And I want to count the number of touches I've been in the game because of the excellent marking of Timber. On say no maybe why bobo na. Ye no ma go hebo ne de. The energy ane bo na toneto. But we first na born tonet no. So to no maybe see wo park so. Na bo tonet. Vini is dangerous, Mbappe is dangerous, Saliba in a film, Timber in a film, Kwame na Real Madrid so ko shego bim, and good for Arsenal. Thomas Partey am boni din kan Ateta hono. So to onya a free day to control the game. There be a mekasa asem Madrid team no, their best midfielder is Fede Valverde. He's the most complete midfielder in the Madrid team. Again, the man complete. So we Chouameni is in China. Madrid midfielders no more no. Luka Modric defensively is weak. Valverde, Camavinga, in discipline. Jude Bellingham defensively is not strong. The strength attacking. But offer Fede Valverde defensively he is good and also attacking is good. Even when Madrid they ball against teams no more on the low blocker. Madrid midfielders no more winning in ano. We are not witnessing Luka Modric or 2018, 19, 16, 15, 14. You were 2025. Modric you for 10 years. And 9 more than the boss short long range they be the be. But so we need team ball and Madrid need team ball. Nothing me decide best city deep. And now so be block one attackers no. From creating space, I'm a member feeders in the past. There is only one midfielder man the Real Madrid midfielder because to bet me shoot from any angle. A 2-year coach. Now was how good we are. I didn't have one right back. And with the experience of Carlo Ancelotti in the Champions League, 90 we say no. Big coach, yes, I'm mistaken. It will share Thomas Partey. Or you will be impressed. Modric and 9 away. Bellingham, Nyana Jumano, Camavinga, or no boy defenders no. The Patenya Abutre, actually baby are born and call. Yamfanko right, Yamfanko left, Yamfan Fin. And Onane dictated the tempo of Arsenal play. Quality defensive midfield display from Thomas Partey. And I mean how you classify Thomas Partey. So a defensive midfielder or a register. Because and you who expect a defensive midfielder to do Thomas Partey. Bona no bono. At the say Sergio Busquets and under Pelumo at that same position. The ball distribution. It was a complete game from Thomas Partey. The Clarice free kick now, Mr. A be a punonidia. Ayana Sanyomano, a individual quality. That's not fine strategy, and I don't know. Say, while they were struggling with punishing Real Madrid through corner kicks, because Osha they go for first free kick in the buyer, a Bukayo Saka, and a withdraw. Alaba didn't be fin. And Ocean intention in a time and no crabona, and for Arsenal to get a free kick. And say about free kicker closer to Madrid 18-year boss now. And no table called to APR. And who Chelsea about corner kick because most of Arsenal corner kicks in Yano. Or more going to opponent in 6-year boss. No more going to cause 6-year boss now because of the height and the size of table courtois. So to know a piano abysum. It's young finding another way to punish Real Madrid through set piece. And only free kick nearby. So we take the Clarice. I see coach and say on cross on your prim. Odegaard captain can the same thing. Bukayo say, Master, bet me about bo. And oh boy, so look at the kill. Say, we are right footed player. Quite fast ball now. Born and number one on right footed players in Timimo. It's the 2 free kicks. The best among them was the first one. Quite fast to cheer ball. For Real Madrid won, and people are blaming Thibaut Courtois. Who the keepers 100 to join the same position, board and home. I don't know. This might be Arsenal best Champions League performance. A better than was it 204, 205 or 205, 206. Now we go share Inter 5-1. So we will compete with, but over the pedigree of the two clubs, I think in Arsenal history, this is Arsenal best Champions League night football. I almost share Real Madrid 3-0. Real Madrid team names so to adeba ko na clear. A team e concede. Nti ye kan so mo be dane score line no. Real Madrid betimi a share 3 goals here the game no extra time. E wa bla Arsenal shegu ana there be. Not possible. That was
two big matches
from Arsenal Enra. Ewo eye Emirates Sports Stadium. Inter there some akase. They say Arsenal between the winner of Aston Villa and the PSG.
And you internet ban.
There be Arsenal between the winner of Aston Villa and the PSG. Internet Bayern Munich between the winner.
Arsenal shit. Madrid, you
Arsenal eliminate you.
I was overtraining as I said here. There's a second leg to be played.
Oh, say. I say saying Arsenal no. Okay, Arsenal beko semi-final no. Easier change Internet Bayern Munich no. So what's the mention? Easier because of scoreline Arsenal they were called 10 leg. I no 3 no.
Arsenal they don't say Zakito is against Madrid.
Yeah.
I say Madrid also a 3 crowd.
Oh. And yes, I'm.
And PSG Aston Villa rather. Oh. Okay.
Emubako. And as somebody can so catch us say Sam Munich Krumono. Ye be a champions a couple final no home no. The Obeji Champions League final no Munich the Obeji Biano a new winner. Okay.
PSG o ma di that. PSG
new winner.
PSG nje. Na san PSG kan ho. I don't know who na muti anymore. We o wa be any na gine.
Inter Milan there is otuo. Me hwe teams na aka wo Champions League ni ma. Maka say their defensive display and only the trump card of Inter Milan e wo Champions League ni mu this season. Wa bomodian no bypass Inter back 5 no. The two say osako bypass so ma biem. And only story course we nra e wo Munich. We won't say Bayern to me find a way to split the Inter back 5. Augusto, Damien, Archie, Parvard, Baxoni. That's what my baby Yibo need a few. But the main Inter when they say
Goalkeeper.
Very underrated.
He's never been accorded the deserve you.
Say
he has always been good.
And when you say you
Bani didn't matter.
And ne papa so oh papa
and the competition there was a big one. But he was against a big man himself. But even at Inter, he has always been good.
Because on the one.
Omuma go to no.
Why?
Like you told me.
They will not have phone go find about.
Only Nana and
Unana phone go find. Unana phone go find.
And Donovic, he was also a good one. But Omunano, as I know Nana was Unana and Quacomo go find. On chat the two baby free. Now Switzerland they better never because Switzerland goalkeeper and good. And the national team.
And by Yanka,
he's been good.
And to just imagine say or you're Brazilian or you're French or you're Italian or you're English. Or a Germany, the media hype that he will enjoy, but Onyas Adia. Adia may entertain you who near 72. So, more defend it, no more to be break you attack, no more jibbo if you sema. A combat fast war attack on, and no na ehun. And today, Lautaro Martinez first good. Look at their quick transition. Marcus Thuram Fabon, the do not in the position to shoot. And no bobo on the bench. And a Lautaro Martinez. A share Trevera. Portugal needs it Trevera. Brazil needs it 3 draws. The two Sabo now, boy, you know. Who said, and I need a friend Catis. Oh, okay. And I need a friend Catis. No. Aha. And no, oh, boy. Ona no okwa ona ni sei zo so de ona na ye no na ona nso ano me nsape na timi touch ball no the 4th and the 5th ni timi touch ball no e 3 no na o chia ni sei mo chakatis
na no wa mo gata
o ne bobo na
French and English
katis ya ne fa sa tem ne ne nam na so Portugal for now our friend Trevera and one player no you famous with how I will see Bobo no Ricardo Quaresma.
Yeah.
Into the confidence to even you to be you soon no sa announce one me no e dey Bobo into the net no e show the quality Lautaro Martinez wo as a center forward. When you have such a player in your team, there be a double umpire and say, let your defense no more defend you. Woman a 3, Obeshemu 2. And I did back when you referee say, this is an experienced Inter Milan side. A lot of experience. And their midfield is one of the best in the game. Especially one player that be above midfielders was Nicolo Barella. He is there with any top midfielder in the game. Etinye team amzoto. I say he underrated Omo. Me makase if there is a club to stop Barcelona from winning the treble this season, Inter Milan. They will find a way to defend against Bayern Munich. Get results Ebema qualify. And Barcelona real Dortmund, they will meet them. And teams are Barcelona no more bringing on. The man here when say, Obiani Wamzoto, not even Atletico Madrid, and they defend better than Inter Milan. And on what attack, say clinical to say Inter attack no. Tinema Champions League maker say Inter for any day. The 2-1 here. Final number now. But mom no mbebono and there be a problem more. And the match is neka krebi. Villa ko France akoba against PSG. You will teams who are come to show more Champions League. Te say Arsenal share Real Madrid na komo qualifier. Kin ya say Arsenal akoba against PSG and say Aston Villa no atena na commercial no. Because we share Real Madrid that share Champions League. We share Liverpool, we share a grade A club in the Champions League. Especially what's our quality Liverpool from Anfield.
And grade A no say one people.
Oh, Zaki to the channel. So no be the Manchester for you know now yeah or be the Manchester for national here Kasansem. It's the PSG team against Villa. I did my PSG when you say. So to omojibo ne boa ma we frustrated. How long? And I'm the two. Villa bet me a defender to frustrate PSG team no. And aside that, so what attack Wama? We to no move to half. It doesn't take them more than 5 seconds. And it's not like a team of mobile a standing center forward. I bet you can say tracing the runs. Their front three will be a Tumrika, Bakola, Kwaraskelia, Dembele. Obia Yamikatuni.
Omo boys be on bench. Say do. Aquano.
Omo na be man afi no. Omo say agro no esi. But
omo na be share Croatia for no. Omo national team second leg no.
Na adiaba kwa Villa dey ko game no me say they have a certain player or call France or try to find a way to punish PSG. Maybe a club or no bono might be a factor, but player and the sign Marcus Rashford. Only say 2 times I walk home now. The two. O winning game club would never go. Was it 2019? 2 years after 2019 was Ako Obi social team no was Ako she winning goal. It's who was our player will be a psychologically supporters of multi stadium. Our mobile support home team. PSG, any PSG near club now. Anytime Rashford will touch a ball, Akwe the one here near the Asamoba. But I think based on the Juma Luis and Rikaye from December, between the two coaches, Unai our experience, even though winning Champions League, no, by Europe's second most important competition, he's the most successful. He is the most successful in the Europa competition. Yeah, they buy Champions League, you know. And then if a club is able to beat Bayern Munich and found say in home, or standing a chance of beating PSG, but baby, I have no problem.
Now, some lovers such a big one, baby. Bayern Munich can go. They won another big game. No, Mumbo, you know. Oh, okay.
Baby, I have no problem. They say, for how long? I don't bet me a defender. Against PSG, I'm to Tommy Benya results. Inti Yema PSG 3-1. That was our game. No, Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund. I'm not sure, but Dortmund will surprise Barcelona. This is a Barcelona team, and so too, they know how to score. Aside, Omo how to defend now. Omo defending is how to press you and take the ball away from you, not the shape of the team. Omo allow you to create chances, especially be to Omo high liner. But you better be saying NSA. You better not go game we are to you know. On the score sheet, Yehu Rafinha, Yehu Lewandowski, Yehu Lamine Yamal, answer ne Debbie. It's with these 3 attackers. As at a night, I say, ye team be our defense as stop your mo in Europe. Into advantage Barcelona, possibly it will be a 2-0, and I said no class, you beat me enya maybe a 3-0, and the game necessary 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Right, senior. I remember this year, and me for win 2 Jana to Emre team with you. My wife.
My tea brew.
My wife.
Why did you woman that?
Number that. Moses GF from Rana.
I understand. I'm back.
Yeah, as almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a quite be or why. Yeah,
I've seen a gazelle.